careful. Some of these cults, not always religious in nature. Something I've learned in my experience as an Argonaut. Some cults, they'll use the veneer of religion, sometimes even the little aesthetics. But oftentimes it is always centered around the cult leader.
Well, I mean, it's a play of power, getting people to follow you so you can get your own ends met, after all. Man, Stefano, what is your opinion of vampire?
I've met pretty vile vampires, but I've also met a handful of very helpful vampires. It is a unfortunate affliction that many suffer.
Well, I mean, I guess it just makes them like regular people.
It is a unfortunate affliction that many suffer.
Well, I mean, I guess it just makes them like regular people.
Well, I don't want to entirely downplay it. Their existence requires the drinking of blood. Little parasitic in nature. Though at the same time it is a condition and such things could be cured, from my understanding.
I've never met any vampires, so I don't quite know how to feel about them, to be perfectly honest.
Yes, and I'd like to keep it that way.
And this goes, me too!
Actually, perhaps not. I think it would be interesting. I don't know, talk to them about their experiences.
You can put that on the table, in case you need it later. He'll grab like a grape from the fruit plate. Stefano hands you Artemis the newspaper and he says, you know, it's very funny. He says he hates cults, but he's very much using every aspect of a cult to his own ends. Well, hypocrisy is never outside the question of such people.
No, it's I suppose the abuse of power can be found anywhere, eh? Monstrous or not.
You can always make the argument that to reach higher positions of power, one always has to be somewhat of a hypocrite.
Oh, not these, but in Vinyamar, the things I saw would quite surprise all of you. I'm talking walking metal men the size of buildings and swarms, like little swarms of flies, but they are metal. It's a sort of thing that men have died fighting against, that the Vinyamarans are happy to utilize. Although, I don't know much about their technocratic technomancy, so maybe they have a knowledge that is beyond me.
Seems like two sides of the extreme in that case. All technology or no technology?
They're still very hesitant about spreading technology. They're quite much like hoarders. And he'll look around.
Well, I've made it pretty far with minimal use of technology. But I did rely a lot on my...
There's no shame in it. There's only so much the natural human body can do, whether it be through their mind or through their physical aptitude, or a mixture of both. In your case, he looks at Jane.
Yeah, it's true.
They'll kind of give you a knowing look, Artemis, and nod and say, well, I'll go check if the food is getting close. I'm feeling a bit hungry. Aren't you feeling hungry, boy? And he pats Shindar on the belly, and Shindar goes...
Not for me.
Fair enough. Like I said, if you need any help with killing vampires, guys, I am not your expert. Do not contact me.
Stay there, far away.
I'm just kind of looking at Agnes. Go, you are very adamant about this. Are you sure you haven't encountered vampires?
Oh,
At
I
this
have.
point, I just have to.
It was under Lord Cyrus's employ.
And how did that go?
They would make some very grim jokes my way when I would make deliveries. They said if I go any slower, they might just leave me to dry like a chupacabra would.
Uh,
Lord
That
Cyrus
sounds-
keeps some very, very, very comedic vampires in his employ. Is there anything wrong?
A lot is wrong.
I see. We can have a discussion about this after dinner if you'd like.
Yes.
I was just telling Zillow that your father and I had some investments in the foreign company called New Genetics. They've been quite eager to accept investments from families here in Mistral, so I wanted to let you know that it's all boring economic trade. Not necessarily expecting you to learn it, but I just wanted to let you know on the inside.
We'll discuss it later.
And she'll nod. And she'll go back to talking to Zalel. Appears to be some just like general business talk about the Striders and the Chantry and whatnot.
To return the mirror to the Silver Tsar. And in turn, with some very deep and very loud apologies to him, perhaps we could work with the Silver Tsar to find out who the other reflections are, and there's a chance that we can actually save them in the future. The worst comes to worst for them too. Because at the end of the day, they're still just people. I'd rather keep everyone safe than just continue to let the kingdom's government do what they're doing. We can't really ask for Griselda for help. She's already going through her own stress and hell trying to deal with the Lascarid invasion.
They both silently nod. As everyone's chowing down, any conversations any of you would like to have with each other with any particular character?
No, it just eats 2 dolma. That's all.
Sarai goes, "No, surely that can't be. Look, your plate is so empty."
I'm sorry. In my condition,
Oh,
you'll just.
would you like some softer foods then?
No, it's not a matter of the type of food. The food is excellent.
I do have like those like
Yeah,
packets of
yeah,
applesauce that like astronauts.
I assure you, it is fine.
You sure?
It's just
I can pack something for you
Sure.
for leftovers.
that would be lovely.
And she'll smile and she'll go just do just that.
Are you sure?
It's so compressed, the audio. It's true. Although I don't know any bold thieves that would try to steal from him to begin with. Unless you had a keyblade.
Huh?
Well, I mean, you guys have heard of them, right? There are groups of key bearers that do like to use their powers for criminal activity.
I've heard him in passing, but I've never met one.
no, probably because we'd have to arrest them.
Percy, what is the public opinion on Cyrus Angmar again?
Oh, in this country,
Yeah.
this would be society. It would be a low roll, but the higher the roll, the more info you get.
More prejudice you can know.
Edits of Cyrus Angmar.
Yeah, unironically.
No, I did. Okay, so I did have the right idea. So this is very important to recontextualize. When you look at Adnus and this little guy's at the table eating garlic bread going, yeah, I worked for Cyrus a couple times.
That he could talk about it, because people have worked with Cyrus and the Four Lords in the past. It's sort of an inevitability if you travel anywhere outside the kingdom. So it's not too off But some people are still like, I wish he had a better job. we should go to chosen anything else.
I mean, but we know he's worked with Cyrus for a good while.
Yeah. And this has been out in the open. He doesn't like to mention it outside of like this group.
He's worked with some people in his day.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's like 30, 35. I mean, he's had time. Space equivalent to the abyss of Tartarus.
Mm-hmm. Or comparison.
We're so void of
okay.
an
The comparison had to be made, for your stomach is of mythic proportions.
She like swallows that. Thanks.
You're welcome. It's always a compliment, because you have an iron stomach.
You too, Brotan.
Yeah, my name is Brotan. He blinks his lizard eyes.
Yes,
But one blinks before the other.
Eyes.
Yes,
But
frog
one blinks before the other.
Which he doesn't, which isn't in his nature to do, but
Miriam goes, what an odd conversation. She'll finish up for
Devora just back to going. Just spilling all the tea.
She'll keep note of all the tea that's been spilled. Let me go ahead here. Okay.
So you're telling me to look for an apprenticeship underneath, who's this guy? Alvarane?
Alvarane, correct.
Okay.
Neither him or me, I'm just saying. I'm pretty awesome, but my brother's cool too, I guess.
Isn't your brother, like, chosen by the Storm God or something?
Nah, that's just a story, You know how I'm sure they were just embellishments.
Okay, well, I have a few months to decide anyway.
Well, if disaster comes knocking, let me know, alright?
Yeah, sure.
He'll slide some food under your plate, and then he'll go...
Well, Artemis, what is I just said his name. I'm blanking on it.
it's
Would you go back to Alvarane, or I guess would you choose a different, master to learn under?
I don't know. I feel like I've got the hang of being an Argonaut, mostly through observation. I could probably be independent. So I might try to do that, but otherwise I guess I'll hang on to a different master. I've had my fill of learning under Alvarine.
I see.
Plus, at this point, I might be surpassing him in terms of strength, not so much technique. Old wise guy, eh?
Guess he would have that sort of aura about him, I guess.
That is the meaning of bearing a key.
You know a lot about this, Brotan.
Of course. I've dedicated my life for this. After fighting for, mega corporations that would rather destroy the environment than preserve it. So, when I go, keep that in mind for me. I don't want any of you to forget that as a Shari.
Mars will give him a solemn look.
You hear a crunch of garlic bread from Agnes.
You speak wise words, Brotan. I'll keep that in mind.
I'm something from a sage from my homeland. Forces like banks.
Are you in debt, Brotan?
I used to be.
Looking at this one. He says, I used to be.
What's so funny, Artemis?
Nothing.
The direct glance at you.
Just wise words.
You know, as a lizard folk, it comes my natural survival instincts come to me naturally.
Yeah.
He'll nod, like distantly. He'll nod like distantly, like he's always been a lizard folk.
Bro, this guy's only lasts a day.
Some leftovers. And she whispers into his ear or something, and he'll nod.
I'm kind of close. Do I hear it?
It's just her, like, wishing him the best and hoping if he needs anything to let her know. And Brody will take the leftovers. He'll pet Shinora. He'll look over at everyone else and say, "Farewell, everyone. Hopefully not for the last time.
Absolutely won't be, Bro-10.
Don't try to burn the academy. I would not like that."
Noah just puts his hand in his pocket and it starts to glow.
Jane would respond.
Farewell, everyone.
And the other guy.
The other guy.
Yeah.
The other guy.
The other guy. What the fuck?
There you go, dramatic lighting.
Okay. You can turn light off. Oh!
Here, I'll turn this light on. Boom.
There we go. Alright. So given what we know, I want to hear what you all think we should be doing.
You already know what I think.
Yeah, and your idea is stupid. We're not killing anyone.
Samson goes, "Damn."
Damn!
Resorting to...
like he thought he was being quiet, but everyone hears.
If he does not agree to any form in which he doesn't keep releasing information, then we don't have another choice. We all agree that our number one priority is keeping the reflection safe, right?
But what if that's also his priority?
If that was his priority, he wouldn't have released the information about Brody. If he can be reasoned with, we will reason with him. I just want to be prepared for the possibility where he cannot.
Not to say that he's not a complete scumbag, but I mean, it is Silverwell. It's where reflections have originated, and Alexander's with him. He seemed like he was taking care of him.
If there is a way,
Actually, the biggest problem with Vinumar is we wouldn't exactly have the easiest way to get back here if we wanted to do anything, but at the same time, Vinumar's isolationist policy would protect us.
Yeah. We would have to prove ourselves there, but we'd be safe while doing so.
Before we plan contingencies, we still have a chance to stop this information from leaking. It doesn't have to be by killing the Tsar. If it can be reasoned with, if we can make a deal with him, and he can lend us resources that help us steal the mirror, that is an option. Because right now we can't steal the mirror.
But that's so dangerous. I mean, if we come to the Silver Tsar, then we'll be playing into their hand.
Yes, what option do we have? If we run away right now...
Even if we go and like try and talk to the Silver Tsar, it's not like he's going to outright kill us, because he needs us alive.
Different overlaps. But I think he might have a Keyblade. So, make that information what you will.
Well, it is imposing one's will on others.
But here's the thing, right? If he's got a Keyblade, he can unlock and lock various parts of the facility. Something that without the right tools and technology, which a lot of us here don't have, the only other means we could access it is through our own keys. So,
Well,
I
you
might
have
have to
a
go
bunch of
back.
them.
Might have to go back into the facility anyway. I want to
Yes.
speak to the Tsar.
Everywhere you go
Percy,
is inevitable.
Percy, what day is it in setting?
March
March
1st.
1st.
Like,
This
like,
one, dude.
like the day.
Oh, I mean like Sunday. Okay, yeah. Here, hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I think I'll go with that one then. Plus,
It's not to say It's not to say I'm. I wish Hope Haven was more of a viable choice, but like I said, if anyone in our group gets outed and we are pursued, well, it's no secret that we can hold ourselves in a fight. So they are going to send more capable people after us, and at that point, there might not be that much that a village can do. The last thing we need is is bounty hunters on us.
oh man, no. Bounty hunters. I mean, yeah, I guess if they are bounty hunters, to be foreign guys. I don't know. Didn't even think about that. I was just thinking about Ashari being sent over to try to capture you guys.
I don't know.
And this comes over with 2 bottles of Coke.
Cocaine.
No. It's Coke. It's cola with sugar. Real sugar. He'll hand it out. He's like gonna like handing out. Samson will accept
That
one.
wouldn't. That sugar is still enough to kill Noah.
Do you accept a glass bottle of cola?
No, you can have that, Agnes. I'll be fine.
All right. Yeah, hold on, and we'll go back. Samson will say, "All right, good night. Talk to you in the morning."
Yep.
Percy,
Shindara, wait! You can just hear tackling noise.
Percy, when
What
you
the-
open up the door to the bathroom, I think Jane locked herself in.
No. There you
To, it's hard to deny her food after the 5th plate.
go. I've wanted to extend a friendly invitation over to you as well as I have done with Artemis, and to the others if they are interested. If you ever want to come visit the Strider estate, let me know.
Well, keep it in mind for sure, but I'm comfortable sleeping here with
With your
Oh,
husband,
friend,
no,
Brody.
I understand. She'll laugh a little. And she'll look at Isaac. Isaac straightens his back. And he'll bow a little, and she'll bow back. And she'll smile, and she'll take her leave.
Noah is having the same goodbye talk with Sarai, just grabbing the leftovers that she arranged for him.
Only if you're badass. See, Artemis. It's like approaching nighttime, right?
It is pretty much nighttime at this point. Like, it's probably like
Okay.
8 p.m. Jane will be coming back around 9.
Huh.
And the streets aren't, like, this is the capital. The streets aren't necessarily, and you guys are, like, living in a nicer area as well, so it's not like it's not like you'll run into any criminal activity. Or any threats to your life while traveling out alone at night.
I think Artemis will take a nap for that time.
Gotcha. Ishmael will give you, like, a pillow for your neck.
Oh,
Hongshu. What about Lucia?
She was to come over to help Isaac with the dishes. You're really funny with timing, Isaac.
It was gonna be a surprise, but after everything that had gone down, he'll give you a quick kiss before walking.
Well, the manga's in the room, bro. I mean, I gotta go.
Oh, you
want to
know? Okay, here. Don't be too excited to open it.
I'm just walking over. Oh my god, our baby's dead.
No.
Sudden
My-
empty depth syndrome.
No, damn it! My future character concept destroyed.
It's actually been replaced with a plastic doll. It was never real to begin with.
Oh no, not Wanda!
Armistice hasn't quite taken up all the space. I'm sure you two can cuddle together.
I don't need much space. Thank you, Ishmael.
Of course, of course. You know, Alexander, if you need some space to cuddle as well, let me know, man.
What does that mean? What?
How weird.
I'm just messing with you, man. Why are you taking this so seriously?
Sure.
Are you sure?
Well, look at Ishmael. Ishmael, we don't really talk that much, so anytime you try to mess with me, I don't know. It catches me off guard.
Good. You should always be on alert. You never know who might strike.
Oh my goodness, the shots from the back.
My immediate thought as he walks away is, I think he's stupid.
If we can negotiate something. There's been a lot of hot debate whether or not clones and reflections are considered an organic part of the human soul, or if they even have a soul to begin with. It's been an ongoing issue since the 22nd century, so all this to say, we'll try to find our own solution through the Chantry as well.
Yes.
Well, keep us updated on that then, Sarah. Thank you.
Nothing else works. At least try to support the Strider family heading research on Brody. That will last some time.
She'll nod. Well, I'll go with Ish and Madness, and we'll keep you guys updated.
Alright. Thank you again, Sarah.
She'll give you a thumbs up, and they will head out.
Hold on, my...
I'm joking with you.
Oh.
And if the guard come around, if the city guard comes around, I'll just give them some vague answers. You know, be a little helpful, but not too helpful.
Oh, it sounds like you have experience in this.
Oh, absolutely. I have bullshitted my way through military and police and city guard all at the same time. So...
Oh, say, actually, you mentioned that you had a contact in Silverwall. Who was it? Or someone you're close with in Silverwall?
A certain silver-haired girl. I'm sure you've already met them, though. The elf that runs the tavern.
Okay.
Just talk to her, and I'm sure she'll understand.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright. You guys ready?
Isaac will nod.
But my father is a different story.
Well, rogues have a way.
Yeah,
So he
well, my father is a hunter. So...
Isaac will
And...
he'll summon the Keyblade, and he will begin to concentrate. And you will watch as a portal, a rift, through space and time tears open with a bluish-greenish glow. And he will begin to utter some incantations before Samson directs your goal. He says, "Go, go, go, go!" And he will kind of push some of you forward. He just pushes them all the way through. Actually, he just does he just tackles them through it.
And then we don't follow, and we never see Noah again.
And that's the last we saw of Noah.
Thank you for playing TM.
Yeah,
So he
well, my father is a hunter. So...
Isaac will
he'll
summon the Keyblade, and he will begin to concentrate. And you will watch as a portal, a rift, through space and time tears open with a bluish-greenish glow. And he will begin to utter some incantations before Samson directs your goal. He says, "Go, go, go, go!" And he will kind of push some of you forward. He just pushes them all the way through. Actually, he just does he just tackles them through it.
And then we don't follow, and we never see Noah again.
And that's the last we saw of Noah.
Thank you for playing TM. No, but you all run through. And so let me go ahead here. truths or just general misinformation. It's hard to know. But you've returned here once more. For some of you, this is the third time. For others, it's the second time. For some of you, you remember wading through the river water here to clean out debris, which led to an investigation of chemical pollutants associated with the military, usually industrial, militarized vehicles and machines. The second time to investigate the happenings and mystery behind a group of armed men going into it, which you have uncovered to be the Lascarids. Now, whether or not there are still more Lascarids around, or if they've sent more, it's hard to know yet. But you are here now, in the outskirts. You feel the mist, the misty water cling to your clothes and skin. Not quite rain just yet. What do you all do or say now?
Alright, well, let's head straight to the facility. The sooner and faster we can get this done, the less time people have to realize that we're not in the capital.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, let's go.
Isaac will look and say, do you all want me to accompany you? Would you prefer I stay out here in the entrance?
You can come with us. If worse comes to shove, we can just... If something does happen, we can just teleport out and leave.
Very well. I'll look at Samson. Samson nods. He goes, alright, glorious leader, lead us forth.
This is going to walk into... I'm going to do a bit of walking.
Very well. Did Dr. Frem send you all here?
No, we're here on private matters.
Private matters? So she kind of stands up. You aren't here on official Ashari business, or?
It's something we can't really get into right now.
Well, seeing as I am your fellow Ashari classmate, I think it's something you should get into.
Let me ask you something then, Scarlet. Did you hear what happened to Brody?
What happened to Brody?
Oh, he was outed as a reflection. And he's being sent to that facility down south.
That is very sad. Brody of all people. Genetic alterations, and at this point, can you really even call them human? Of course, that's more an extreme opinion. But, needless to say, our kingdom is the last safe haven of natural human progression. Reflections are a perversion of that. But not just that, any sort of genetic alteration and whatnot. My family had some investments in new genetics. They also had some investments in new caloric. Lots of these biogenetic companies and companies that sell their services through food and agriculture, all this. None of this is good for the kingdom. So, to answer your question, I would feel bad, but I understand why we do what we have to do. It's not necessarily what the Ashari must do, but it is something we must comply with. Skirids. Alexius himself is still yet to show, but I would not dismiss the idea that some of the soldiers might still be around. Especially not after what I heard about what the Tsar did to one of his soldiers.
Right then. Well, as it turns out, we already wanted to talk to the Tsar in the first place. So, we'll just, we'll get her back.
She'll nod. She'll say, thank you. I'll do what I can up here, but if you get into any trouble, you let me know. I'll try to contact the Silver Druids here.
We should be fine, but calling for backup's never a bad thing.
That's about it.
What the fuck?
Lucy is going to kind of tap Scar on the shoulder and say, alright, that's like the second or third time I've seen you do that. Let's cut that shit and not give anyone and scowl at any other fellow Ashari.
Doing what you're doing, you might not be fellow Ashari for much longer.
probably, but hey, if we can get Edward back, you can just say that you sent a little distress message or something. We came to help.
I'll think about it when Edward's here.
Yeah, sure. I'll go and just lay here for now. We'll go down into the facility.
She'll nod and she'll turn back to the desk, compiling all the paperwork she has been saddled with.
About this is one of their top-ranked students being held captive here. Let's go perform this.
I was as optimistic as you are.
Noah, respectfully, you haven't known the Ashari as long as I have. Don't let this one little incident paint the entire picture for you.
I know politicians and powerful men, and
you don't know the Ashari.
Let's hope you're right.
Isaac will lead toward the elevator. He'll say, we'll have to go. All of you go first, Samson and I will follow after.
Right then. Be quick about it. Don't know if they're going to try and shut anything down.
He'll nod. And so as you all scramble forward, you will enter the elevator.
You had sent over towards us. I figured we could try and talk some things through, but as it turns out, apparently you have one of our esteemed students held captive.
Edward Blackwell. From the Republic of Vesper on planet Venus. Indeed we do.
So, one and only. So now we're looking to see if we, in any way, can get Edward back in our custody. And I'm sure I know what you want. I know what you're. Rest assured, I'm sure I know what you're gonna say.
You can talk to the Silver Tsar. It's not too far from here, actually. If you want to have proper negotiations.
Is he now?
No.
Is he down towards the way we met him last time?
Don't worry. He's having some donuts nearby. I'll go call him. Maybe you wouldn't have felt so compelled, but I knew I needed to get someone you at least partially cared about. So, just really assess the threat that I pose for all of you. To really show you that, I'm not standing on a thin plank here.
No, you're standing on a very, very, very thorough, very sturdy one. Before we continue speaking, though, there's 2 more guests up on the floor that we can wait on. The elevator couldn't fit all of us.
Did you bring your hubby?
Yeah, Isaac and his brother have decided to join us.
I couldn't do this without them, could you?
Well, we needed a way to get here fast, and I guess on the down low, and well, having Samson would be helpful.
Who crosses arms?
It's come to my attention.
Maybe reflections of others. I am the most reliable, so maybe reflections of myself. Although, isn't that a little narcissistic?
I mean,
You were kind of
yourself
the Silver Tsar, and you were kind of hyping yourself up earlier.
Oh no! The name that wasn't given to me. That was given to some of the scientists that I kept under wraps. I never gave them a name, and they needed to refer to me in some sort of manner. I've got a lot of history with Slavic literature and mythology and folklore, so they just that sort of name kind of stuck. Now, who am I to deny such a prestigious title?
That's fair, yeah.
So what will it be?
As you can see, we don't have the mirror on hand.
Much a statesman like me can do. That's something a lot of you young people have yet to really understand. The limitations by which you can master your craft and how much that can influence others. I'm sure you just ran into it after Brody got called out. You thought your sense of righteousness and justice could try to overcome, maybe centuries or decades of instilled cultural trauma, but even with that key, you're not going to be able to unlock that. But I do what I can. Reflections here are under my care if they pledge their loyalty to me. It's as simple as that. I don't really judge people past that. just on their honesty and loyalty.
Right.
Even a real person, I'm not 100% certain myself. After all, you are just a byproduct of some anomalous chemical reaction and product of a real person. You're just a little bit anomalous, a little supernatural in nature. Tell me, I'm sure you felt it at some point when things have been threatening your life. A part of you feels perhaps enhanced, a stronger resolve to resist some sort of outside effect upon your physiology. Tell me, have you ever felt that tug before?
I have, many times.
There's just a silence that hangs as he continues crossing his arms. Because they see me as a bandit. They see me as a genetic freak. I don't think they'll be willing to lend an artifact of such power over to me. You're gonna have to do a heist. I hope you love thieving around using that key for some lockpicking, because that's what you're gonna have to do.
Hey, if we weren't aware of that risk, we wouldn't be here, wouldn't we?
Good point, Jane. But I'll say this. You got your backs against the wall. I appreciate you coming toward me, though. Not a lot of people would. Risk.
Well, I figured after our last altercation, if we just sent like a letter or an email, it wouldn't really mean the same.
He'll shrug. You heard the elevator ding.
That's the way we've been operating this the entire time we've been here at the academy.
Really? You guys, all of you are down for this idea to just ask Her Royal Highness Griselda, daughter of a murdered father?
It wouldn't be asking. It'd be
pleading, begging, gonna grovel in front of her. What? Like, is this really what you got to resort to?
Anything that doesn't resort to us having to go behind the backs of the Ashari or outright fighting someone. Yes.
He goes, damn! Y'all kids are so instilled in this righteousness. It truly warms my cynical heart. But really now, like all of you, even you, Alexander.
Well,
actually.
Well, Mrs. What else have we been doing right now? We're having a conversation. We're hoping that this conversation leads to something fruitful, something just, and something good. And so far, it's been going well. What's to say that the same thing won't just happen with the princess? I think having a conversation with the princess, explaining the situation, hearing that she's apparently a good egg, I think we can get somewhere good. I think we can do it. And I, for one, kind of had this thought immediately in the beginning. So far, nothing has been saying to me that just going to have a conversation officially, righteously, and justifiably won't work.
Alexander, you hear that? I like this redhead more than you, actually. he just shrugs.
So on that note, Mr. Tsar, what do you say?
I'm just honestly, I'm kind of flabbergasted at the audacity and the determination of you all. I really thought you came in here with a little bit more bluster and violence, but I see you've really thought about it. And you're really hoping on the kindness and optimism of one girl to hand you over this.
The last time I had spoken with Her Highness, she carried herself with an air of, I don't know how to put it. I guess an air of kindness and mercy.
Yourself in the face of overwhelming human cruelty. But yeah, maybe the naivety and optimism of you youngsters is probably what's needed. I've lived so long enough that I don't see people as willing to be selfless in their endeavors anymore. The system's grinded us all down to a point where greed is about the only thing that will get you ahead. But maybe, just maybe, you, Ashari, can prove me wrong in this regard. He'll cross his arms.
Well then, Mr. Tsar, Lucio will outstretch a hand.
He'll look at it, he'll drop his arms to look at it. He'll say, wouldn't be proper if I didn't look you in the eyes when we make this agreement. Who am I to tell them no?
That's fair. No, I only ask because like you said, I've met them, or we've met them before.
Were they lovely and friendly? I hope they were.
They're very friendly. But also, apparently, I think in some way we're brothers or sisters? Siblings?
You and Alina certainly are.
God damn it, I just got more. Whatever.
He'll laugh a bit.
Anyway, the Dara siblings have a way to contact you, I suppose.
Yeah. You talk to them and they'll let me know.
Gotcha. Alright. Well, this has been...
He'll shift the helmet back on, and it clicks and you hear the pressurized noise.
Well, this has been a very beneficial conversation, Silver Tsar, or Mr. Tsar.
I hope all of you take into heart what I've spoken about. I'm not looking to make enemies of all of you. I'm just looking out for my people.
Of course. We're not looking to do anything of the sort. Alright then. Alright, everybody. Oh, and sorry about the elevator. The other elevator in the automaton.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna charge the Hood family if you don't mind that, Alexander.
It was under Ashari business. You can always charge them.
You want me to squeeze money out of a bunch of tree huggers? Is that really... What is this guy on about? He turns to Alexander.
Look at this guy.
He's not as smart as you, Pookie.
What the fuck?
Malik, why?
I think straight up, I don't give a shit about the Ashari. Their standards, they're hypocrites. I fucking hate them. Silver Tsar is a piece of shit. He can go rot in a cave. Like the thing is, like, Alexander would help because friends, but like genuinely, the back of my head, I'm like, dude, I would move to fucking Vinyamart and be chill. Like, I hate everything here.
Everyone is awful.
Everyone is awful. You guys have met some nice people in the Ashari.
We have to save this shit, Dick.
He saved you guys. Otherwise, you guys would have died.
Not me. What?
Oh, he saved everyone that wasn't Noah and Jade. Otherwise, you guys would have actually died back there. Like, unironically, he negotiated for your lives.
I walks up, like, pretty much like face to face, and he whispers pretty much like to try to make sure that people can't hear. Just so you know, I hate you, but I will stand by this deal. If the princess doesn't agree to our terms, Lady Shadow will take care of it. The mirror will be yours.
He'll nod. He goes, I appreciate your honesty, Strider. You're making bold moves. I'm sure your father could compare.
Oh, you're lucky you're not dealing with him.
Oh, I'm very lucky. Don't need to fight a guy who's fought dragons.
No, just walk away.
Fought dragons.
No, just walk away.
Jane, anything you want to say to him?
No, I'll just talk to Isaac and Samson for
Gotcha.
Yes.
Samson and Isaac will approach him, quickly. And they will ask a few questions, and what you overhear, Jane, is basically Samson asking if he is him, if they are one and the same, and all the Silver Tsar responds with is, reflections aren't the only way you could be made, and he leaves it at that. He seems to say that to both of them, and they both begin to walk away.
Alright, come on, let's go.
You look at him. He looks as though he completely forgot about Scarlet.
Hey, Isaac, is everything alright?
No, I don't think anything about the situation is. But I mean, we got what we. This was the best outcome. I should be happier with the situation.
That man, who was he? You and Samson seem to recognize him.
I don't know, but he looks like Samson. You see Samson in the corner, and you get nods.
Well,
okay, let's wait to have an actual discussion about this until we get back.
He'll nod. I'm not gonna mention any of this out to anyone else. This is far beyond what I'm supposed to. But, needless to say, I've got your backs. Whatever you have to say to the professors, I will support you. You are some of the best students the Ashari have at the moment, and if they aren't willing to hear you out, I know some of the other students will be supporting you.
Well, the easiest excuse could be that you got captured, and we were
We don't
here
need to
because...
mention that part, at least. Can we just omit that part? I don't want the others to know.
Would you rather them just know you were here for some reason?
I was assigned here.
Both of them were assigned here, Alexander. What I'm saying is, you got captured, and Scarlet reached out to the fabulous and esteemed Ashari group, the Dust Dusters, for aid.
Irony in that man. He speaks with his chest out and his heart on his sleeve.
Mm-hmm. But because of the way he was brought into this world, he's no longer here.
Isaac puts a hand on your shoulder. Ease up on it, okay?
Sorry, Isaac. I it's still just think it's still a bit stupid.
Wait, who is?
The whole situation about why and how he was.
Oh, okay. I thought you were referring to Brody as stupid again.
But no. Look, anytime I called him stupid was because it was as
Yeah,
a joke,
stupid.
a little jest.
Stupid,
No.
parentheses, endearing.
Yeah. You get it.
I see. He thinks on it seriously.
Isaac or Edward?
They both look at it seriously. I see. He thinks on it seriously.
Isaac or Edward?
They both look at it seriously.
But that's the story we're gonna run with, okay?
They both nod.
Alright then. Let's get you back to Scarlet and then head back to Mistral.
Isaac looks at you, Artemis, and goes, "You alright as well?" Or...
I mean, I was kinda trusting that Lucia had it all covered, and it went well. I'm not very good at all of this. At least we're protecting the students, right?
That's all we came here to do. That's all we really care about.
Yes. I don't have much loyalty to nation or organization. So, as long as people are safe.
Isaac will smile at that. A little sense of a positivity instilled in him after what was perhaps a very gloomy and shocking revelation.
Oh, bro, I can ruin his mood already. Ooh.
Ooh, I'm about to ruin our marriage. Hopefully, Alexander can provide you with some proper clothing for your appointment with Her Royal Highness. You don't want to show up in some drab clothes in front of the princess, after all.
What, you're telling me I can't show up in the outfit at a...
You can't show up in your
Islamic
sports
government
bra, Lucia.
You can't show up in the shirt that's hanging onto life.
Oh, but that could be so convincing. Maybe, probably not.
Hey,
At that
Noah.
point, actually, it might not be a bad idea to show up with at least one of us in an Ashari uniform to show that we.
I mean, that's what Lucy's gonna show up in.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, I guess we could always bring Isaac, and he'd probably wear it.
He's,
But,
he's always wearing it. there's rarely.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I don't think he wears anything else. So, but it's no, like to that point, it is important. If we were doing the whole thing that we're Ashari students and this is bullshit, then it'd probably be a good idea to have some of us in the uniform.
No,
Lucia. No, he
We
has
don't.
to.
No, we don't have. No, fuck off. No, we don't.
I think, like I said, you can bring Isaac, you can bring, any of those students, but, yeah, in terms of who's the most dedicated, it is definitely Isaac, but, I mean, Ishmael surprisingly has said he's learning to become a druid as well, so...
We bring Ishmael and try to use his past relationship with Fritz.
Welcome back, old Alexander. Now, see, now you're getting into the mindset. Just let us slowly leak into the current Alexander.
I mean, all this political bullshit could use.
It just snaps
by
Alexander,
turning
and
into
he just becomes evil.
He becomes a political cynic.
He slowly becomes Tywin Lannister, just incredibly manipulative.
Oh my god.
There you go. Ooh, okay, thank you, Tim. I will try to find a larger resolution for this image, but I will keep this in mind.
Yeah, that's.
It's very pretty. I'm
good.
glad I'm glad you chose like a temperate forest for the background as well, because that is what essentially the land looks like.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
But Isaac will say, "All right, are we all ready to leave? Or are you all homesick for Silverwall?"
I'm about ready to leave.
I can't believe that we gotta fucking go back to school after all of this has happened in the past day.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, Jane can just drop out.
Like a Clayton's just like, you know what, Jane, fuck off.
You know what? Fuck you.
I had enough of your shit.
Or you might accidentally spread an invasive species of plant to the wrong area, etc.
Worms repassed.
And that's why Cut 2 is in Georgia.
I might as well get the fucking degree.
Worms probably keep it shit.
Yeah, we're already in college. Might as
I
well
like
get the
Might
degree.
as well get the
for
degree.
fun.
Even if you don't become a druid, I can use the degree for a side job in a different.
I mean, Lucy is
Even
using her degree to become an Argonaut, which is what a lot of Ashari who don't want to become full druids just end up becoming Argonauts, or just general scientists or biologists and whatnot. But Isaac will begin the incantation as all of you will step forth, and his power is boosted by the teleportation circle that is still passively still around, as he will focus summoning the Key of Kings and teleporting you all back.
This changes nothing.
No, absolutely not.
You are still and will forever be our glorious leader.
You don't gotta put glorious on there. Anyway, just relax for now and just continue measuring ourselves as good, gracious Ashari students, as much as it might pain some of you.
Samson says, "To the Ashari," as he drinks from the bottle.
You should be happy Sarah is in here.
Devorah toast.
He turns around the corner and he goes, "Oh."
Actually, I stored the beer in the chest in our room.
Devorah goes there right away.
Oh my god, 23 alcohol.
On 4 packs.
There's like a mini fridge.
It has my back. At
Should
least
we not?
From what I can tell.
I know we're going there specifically, not specifically for reflections, but you don't think this would be a good opportunity to kill 2 birds with 1 stone?
If conversations go well and we are able to get Grisella to agree to an agreement between her and the Silver Tsar, an alliance. Then we can bring it
Because
up.
the only way I could see us justifying, because publicly the Silver Tsar is, to his own admission, known as a bit of a bandit lord. If we put down somewhat of a justification as to why he's being the way he is, especially when we could bring up the reflections and the knowledge he has, it may make it an easier sell and may lessen, even get rid of, the disposition the kingdom seems to have against reflections. It feels oddly targeted. In such a way, I have to wonder if there was something that happened in the past.
Between their, I guess, reflections and Cloudspire? Or I mean the kingdom?
Could be.
No, that absolutely is the case. Fram had mentioned it's these people. Oh God, it feels really awful to say these people, but we're outsiders, and these people, this kingdom, this land, the land of Wellens, the past couple centuries, from what Fram was, from what I remember, what Fram was telling me, past couple centuries has been constant wars with just new age technology and terrible and awful things, and that's the whole reason why they're so distrusting and afraid of reflections and technology of the sort. Right now, the war with the Lascarids is probably the biggest thing on her mind right now. If I had to guess anything, which is why I figured we could use the Silver Tsar's sort of partnership or alliance as a way to, I don't know, get it better to her favor, and so show that we're really looking to help her out.
That's not the worst idea. The weird thing about even having to eventually make this argument is we could bring up logic all the same, but if it comes from fear, distrust, it's inherently emotional.
Well, in that sense, I'm pretty sure. I guess, again, I would probably have to be the main person talking about it because I quite literally am one, but...
And once again, I hate to use your own child as leverage, but you are new mother.
You're using me.
To that point, as always, you're going through a lot. I'm here if you need me. But with the with the revelation, I thought I'd give you an update of where I'm thinking what the best play might be.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. And I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just wait until see what Edward says about getting us an audience with Princess, and I don't want to drag Isaac or Samson back into anything. They've already done enough.
Yeah. It might not be the worst. It might not be the worst idea to bring Isaac, especially because if everyone's afraid of reflections, that is a man who has married one.
We'll have more time to talk about it. It's still early in the morning.
True, but my point being, it's probably a good idea to bring him, and I wouldn't be reserved about it. There's no way he's not gonna want to help his wife.
Yeah. For now, let's rest up. Just heed to what I said and what the Tsar was saying. Let's just continue on until we get information from Edward, your best friend.
You say that like I have a personal issue with him.
I don't know why you would. Open door.
Me neither. Now, I don't know if you're speaking of this character. I've heard Malik Brown. That guy, he fucking hates.
But he's kind of like gesturing. He's kind of gesturing you to join him in bed, though.
Yeah, I'm a little tired already.
You said on him.
No, I don't know. I was like.
Sorry, your butt is bigger than his in the bed. I'm sorry.
The entire token. I was gonna like slither my way like a snake into the cover, and just like, oh, Isaac, I'm tired.
Yeah, I am too. No, he'll cuddle you.
I was using my brain too much today. It hurts.
It's true. It's true. Here, go ahead. Read this soccer manga. I got you.
I love football.
As that conversation wraps up.
No, Nagi, no.
No, he's won.
He texts his mom and says, got some details on a potential plan. In case it doesn't work, could you try and figure out where the Brahman mirror is stored? We might need your assistance on this. Knowing that his mom is good at stealth shit.
Absolutely, and your mother Miriam does respond, and she'll say, "I'll do what I can, Noah."
Thank you. Oh, by the way, Jane has taken you up on the offer to come over.
She says, "Wonderful news. I'll be sure to prepare for some tea."
I need one of her dresses.
Yes.
They're all very fancy.
Hell
They are.
yeah.
I don't think Miriam does not settle for anything less.
Yes. She has nothing that costs less than the entire dorm complex.
Sprinting across, like, around the academy, like, for 3 loops, maybe.
Gotcha. I mean, it is not, like, uncommon. There is, like, actual routine, like, set path, for people who want to train their body. So there's actually like I wouldn't call it a sprinter's or jogger's path, but there is like a routine or a route that is conveniently made around the campus for people who are doing that. And of course, it's never mentioned, but there is like handicap spots as well for people who, you know, so there's like ramps and stuff like that. There's elevators, but instead of like traditional electronic ones that are like hoisted up by biological means, like vines pulling platforms up and whatnot. So yeah, you go on a jog. And anything you want to share about Artemis' thoughts as we're coming to a close here?
She likes to keep it that way.
Yeah.
But she's also thinking about, I guess, Lucia readily revealing herself to be a
reflection,
a clone, a reflection, a replicant,
a replicant.
And is thinking, could I do that? But like vampire, and then remember the night before? No.
I mean, there is a question of, does the Silver Tsar know what you are?
True, but Artemis doesn't trust him either way. Dude, no way that's just to build a sanctuary. This guy's gonna declare war the moment he can.
Guys, you can trust me with the nuclear weapons. No, I'm kidding.
I'm only gonna use it to build a utopia and nothing else.
Alright, perfect. Make his ass levitate.
He floats up like the ascended SpongeBob gif.
That'll make things easier. No. I mean, I have a high intelligence, so I guess I have alright craft.
Samson will just give you a +1.
Okay. Do you want to help me, Artemis?
No, Samson's.
I don't think Artemis
sure.
should. I don't think Artemis cares.
Oh. Dang.
He's goaded.
It do be some sort of spyware built into its eye.
Holy fucking shit, that's so fucking evil.
God's fucking damn it.
And that's where we'll close the session.